Sabotage, this is Jeff.
This is David.
We are playing Dark Souls. Remember that game?
I do.
It's been a while. This is the final boss. Well, that is to say, the last boss of the ones that we're going to. Not the final boss.
No, not the final.
Although it is the final boss for this character, since it's the last boss that she's going to be fighting.
Exactly.
Also, I was determined to fight Kalameet in human form. Not be hollow for this.
Really?
So let's go in and try and fight Kalameet, the Black Dragon. The DLC, of course.
Right.
Let's go Kalameet him.
I hate you.
Nice to Kalameet you.
You can't use the same pun twice in the exact same sense.
Went down.
You're a piece of dead Calamity. You got that dead Calamity.
Barbecued, had some delicious cooked Kalameet.
It's fine.
Okay, that was okay. Hey, there's a Titanite slab there.
And fire.
Now,
you
standing
didn't
in
die.
this, no, I did not die. Standing in this corner, you take one little tick off of your shield. I do not have an, fantastic amount of stamina. This is what usually happens.
Yeah.
Okay, you're not meant to be able to kill him here. You can though, if you have a very beefy character, a lot of health, and a whole bunch of gigantic Goth arrows.
Yes.
You can kill him there, and then when you talk to Goth, he'll actually comment on the fact that you beat him without him having to shoot him down. Saw that on a YouTube video, and I was like, what?
That seems insane.
It is insane, and it's time consuming because you can only hit one arrow at a time before having to put your shield up. But we're not going to be doing it that way.
Okay.
Although we do have to activate the dragon, so to speak, by walking in there. Also, you saw Ring Revival, almost like I was expecting to get burned up and die there. It's weird. Weird. We're going to need to collect a crest key, which is inside this little box here. Oh no, the box is alive.
Oh no. And this box has some entertaining visual glitches when doing multiplayer.
I think all of them do, really.
This one is a lot more noticeable.
They tend to stand up and sit down, like
real quick,
doing their calisthenics. Get their.
It's very disturbing.
It is disturbing. Everything about the mimics is disturbing.
Yes.
Now that we have the crest key, we can go into the tower here where Goff is. How did he get in the tower? Don't really know.
Probably just climb the outside.
I suppose.
Oh,
I suppose he could do that. I'm gonna leave the whole cutscene in here, but you talk to him. You talk to him again, and he will. If you say that you're having trouble with Kalameet, he'll shoot him down, so that we can actually fight him properly on the ground. Also, Goff is awesome.
Really awesome. Yeah.
Stab Kalameet. Okay. I tried fighting Kalameet. I only had level +2 Lightning Halberd, which is the one we've been using for a few of the last bosses. Went ahead and upgraded to +5, using that Titanite slab, actually.
Right.
Hello! It's very important to get that from Goff so that you can throw those on the ground.
Yes.
Very, very important.
They're all very important.
Upgraded the Halberd to +5 because it was just...
Taking too long?
It was just taking so long.
Yeah.
I was doing okay. But then eventually I just died. I was like, well... my hands!
Ah,
splinters! Such pain. But let's learn how to fight Black Dragon Kalameet. It actually only took me 3 tries.
Oh, okay.
I find Kalameet to be easy compared to Manus.
Yeah.
And even Artorias, because Artorias is like constantly always up in your business.
The only reason I've died to Kalameet...
He'll have a lunging swipe. This is a medium range attack. One of the things he can do. It's a heavy, crushing style attack, which is why even when I had my shield up, it knocked me back. So that's one little thing.
As I was going to say, the only reason I had...
this is the most dangerous attack. Most dangerous attack. The area of effect Black Fire, which is something he does when you're close to him. If you see him fly straight up, you need to run immediately away from wherever he is. Just take a radius, and then just run one radius away.
One way. If I can finish the sentence.
I don't think you will, because we're going to be doing a bunch of attacks here. There'll be time. There's a long video. Video. 1 to 2 Snout Stabs. Now, the Snout Stab is the best spot to hit him. If you see the second Snout Stab, you can get in 1 or 2 if you're feeling, gutsy.
Right.
1 or 2 attacks in. That's where I'm going to be getting most of my damage in. This attack here is the Charge plus Black Fire Semicircle. When he runs towards you, he is going to do that. So if you are at the very edge of lock-on range, that means you're safe from the fire.
Right. Also, if you're doing long-range attacks, that's an excellent point to hit him.
Yes. This is the Black Fire Semicircle just by itself. You want to run in towards him and to the left. So you want to arc inward so that you can be in a good position to try and get it. I never actually end up doing this successfully, but I'm trying to stab his head So you'd be a little bit faster with that. There's a 1 stab. You were waiting for the second one.
Right.
Or I'm waiting for the second one.
Oh.
There we go. Black Fire standing. Now, rolling forward is not a good idea for reasons we'll get into later, but rolling to the left or right is...
preferable.
Yes. If you know that the Black Fire's coming, then if you roll forward, you're actually in a good spot to stab him a couple times.
And even get close to that tail, which is why he's hard. Getting that tail is annoying.
You need help of friends is really the best thing.
I did it by myself. It took an hour and a half.
Congratulations. Here's a little mini tantrum. Nothing compared to the horribleness that Manus throws
Manus
out.
Tantrum, yes.
He will only kick one of his back legs out,
which actually gives you a fairly good chance to attack.
Yes, there's another great time
weapon.
Another great time to get a hit in after he does a tantrum, because he does have a pretty noticeable recovery after he does that. Oh, this is awesome. The Eye of Calamity, which is his grab attack. This thing is awesome, so we're going to fade off and see what happens in an alternate universe when you get grabbed by this. To avoid it, you want to roll to the side. Right. This is why you don't want to roll forward when you see him stand, because if he does this instead of the fire, then he'll just grab you like so. It's really awesome.
Right, and then you have lowered stats.
Yep. It just means you take double damage from everything as long as that little eye is floating above you.
And he deals enough damage that double is your life.
Yeah, this is bad. Let's do it another. Run away from that. Then you get used to disengaging the lock and then running. And you get very good at that. This is a good combo I want. I get a lot of damage out of that. This is straight fire.
Right.
Yeah, we go straight Black Fire. When he does the 2 snout, after the second one, you block the first one, and then you roll through the second one, and you can come out of the roll into an attack. And it's just free damage.
And if you have a slightly faster striking weapon, you can generally do it without the roll after taking the hit.
But so you roll into it, and then just a quick hit with the... I even start doing left rolls because you end up near his back feet. He's a little, stomped on top of me. Didn't catch the shield at all. He does have a few more attacks, which we'll hopefully be seeing here shortly.
And I will say, just the standing fire, if you can get around him quickly enough, is the best instance, along with this one, to hit his tail.
Yeah, because that tail tends to,
it's
that
too
happens
high.
Usually.
It's just too high. Hour and a half.
Hour and a half.
20 Estus, whole bunch of humanity.
But it's successful, though.
Successful though. Never used it.
But never used it.
But that's,
it's kind of cool looking.
I like it a lot.
It's called the Obsidian Greatsword.
Right.
You get from stabbing his tail off, and it lets you
area of effect is the Black Fire.
Yeah, the Black Fire thing that is the most dangerous attack that he has, because you'll be up on him, and then he'll jump up into the air, and blocking does nothing because it's coming from above you. This is something that is impossible to communicate to summons when you're trying to help other people.
Right.
And you just see it. You can just see the whole thing happen. You're like, I can't do anything about this. Yep. They will have to learn. They just have to learn. Straight fire he does not use very often.
Also, the music, really good.
All the music is good.
I will say, you and I share this. One of the things we don't like about Skyrim is the combat.
Yes.
And if dragon fights in Skyrim were akin to this, that would be my favorite game ever made.
Highly lethal and awesome.
Right, and they don't spend almost the entirety of the fight in the air,
which is a sort of a feature of dragons. They're flying, but fortunately in Dark Souls, which is better in every way.
Yes.
They decided to fix that by having an awesome side character who is blind shoot him out of the sky.
Who's blind and also like 12 feet tall.
And also super chill. And he makes those awesome carvings.
With the best voice.
Hello.
Very good.
Very good. Also one of the only characters that says his name.
That's true.
It says that he's Goth.
That's one of the reasons I know his name.
Yeah. Oh, there we go. Finally another new attack. 360 tail sweep.
Yes.
Or swipe. Or
sweep.
Swoosh. Just a swoosh.
Swoosh.
It's only something you'll use when you're in close range and you're behind him.
Right.
Or at least that's when he used it most often when I was.
Yeah.
Actually doesn't use it that often at all because he tends to do Tantrum or the AoE fire attack.
Right, when you're close,
Like
that's
that.
his preferred.
Run.
If you're doing like I did with one of my characters and you're flinging lightning at him, he tends to do the jump in, the fly
Like the
in.
lunge.
at you.
Oh, the fly. Oh, we haven't seen that.
We
one
haven't
yet.
seen that
That's
yet,
the last
that's right.
attack. I think will be here shortly.
And that one, if you're really good at dodging, is the other excellent opportunity to hit his stupid tail.
Yes. It looks similar to that, except it does not end in fire.
No,
There's a much.
there it is.
You want to roll out of the way of that, by the
Right.
way. You don't want to block that with your shield.
You can.
Unless you have a really, really good shield, better than the Silver Knight +5 and more stamina than this character has.
Right.
Otherwise, it just constantly hits the shield and it'll probably just...
Well,
I'm just saying, rolling out of the way, it's a good idea.
Well, I remember the aftermath of that attack being good to hit the tail, but he didn't drop his tail. He immediately swept. So I might be misremembering.
Perhaps so. For some reason, during this fight, he seemed to be very fond of trying to use the Eye of Calamity, which is fine with me.
It's great.
It's a great
You can hit
opportunity
him.
to get some hits in. Actually didn't end up getting hit very much, but figured that was good a time as any to show
When to heal.
when to heal. Actually get, of course, like, because it's Dark Souls, the time I do get hit is when he's almost dead.
Of course.
And I'm just like, oh, he's almost dead. Also, when the can't rip it trades. We'll get to that later.
Well, no game's perfect.
I was clearly looking at him, but anyways, my character was not looking at him. The camera was looking at him.
I actually had my stepbrother watching me play this game last night. He's never played Dark Souls. And I can't remember which boss I was fighting, but I was almost dead, and the boss was almost dead, and I attacked when I shouldn't have. But I got lucky and won. And his response was, considering everything you've said about this game, you just did a very dumb thing.
Yes.
Yes.
You beat the odds.
I shouldn't have. I should have died.
Should have died.
I should have died. Oh, it was against a tourist team. That's what it was.
You should have said something more impressive like Manus.
I'm not gonna lie. I beat Manus. It's always by the skin of my teeth.
Yes.
What are you talking about?
That's true. It's actually not a bad idea to hang out underneath his legs.
Mm-hmm.
Well, not right underneath his legs.
But close.
Because the stomping attacks will get you under his legs. But the stomping attack only does one leg. One of the back legs will stomp.
Mm-hmm.
Not both of them. See, like so. Both of the front legs come down, or arms.
Mm-hmm.
Depends
Their
on-
legs.
Depends on where you fall on the dragon river thing. Limbs, certainly.
We can all agree on appendages.
Okay, appendages, that works too. Digit holders.
Digit holders. I don't know about digit holders.
I don't know about that either. I retract that statement.
Oh. And
I don't know if 2 rolls is completely necessary, but it works.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
So I don't think we're going to be able to see it, but when he does that Calamity, I plan to grab the crest on his head. Just looks like a demon, which is
Yes,
great.
it does a very creepy demon face kind of thing. Appears over his, that glowing red, orange eye thing.
Mhm. The Eye of Calamity has worked.
Is it word? Yes.
Kalameet, Calamity. Close enough.
Sure. Yeah. Sure. Okay. This is the fight.
This is the entire, yeah.
Yep. Those are all of his moves.
Yep.
Important to learn them. You know, like all of the bosses.
Yes.
Is perfectly doable. This guy is not as hard as Manus.
No.
Mentioned that before.
No.
If you can
Takes
spot,
a little longer,
If you can
but-
spot his Black Fire attacks, then it's also completely doable with even without a shield or anything.
Right. I will say that this takes significantly longer than Manus ever did for him. Because with Manus,
he does a
15
lot of-
minutes, you know.
Yeah, you know if he's gonna be nice and let you win, or if he's just gonna
Kill you.
you're just gonna shotgun magic you over and over.
3
and over
times
again.
in a row. 3 times in a row.
Oh, he finally did his.
Yay! See,
So
his
that-
tail's down. You can really hit it there if you're lucky.
So yes, that's why I would recommend rolling to the side. even though you could, if you roll forward, which will happen later and successfully. Spoilers. You can still get like your feet caught in the fire, and then you just get toasted. Not ideal.
No. Because that particular move and then the straight shot and maybe the curving shot, the fire doesn't go quite as far as you think it does.
No, it does not.
But
the straight shot, it goes further, but of course you can get out of the way a little bit easier.
But as soon as you start thinking that,
that's when the very edge of it will get you.
Yes. And all of a sudden you're dead.
Other advice applies from all the other bosses. Keep your shield down until you need it. Of course, you need to get used to that. Sometimes you won't know if you need it until it's too late, just to get your stamina back faster. Especially in this kind of character that
doesn't
really have stamina. Yeah, everything is just into vitality, just because this isn't really about doing super huge amounts of damage.
Right.
Doing it successfully.
I will say having the Artorias build, the 40 stamina and tons of health I had with that, despite a little more doable. Also, Wrath of God does not hurt Kalameet that much.
He's just like,
Artorias' greatsword plus 5 deals a bit more damage when you are statted up for it.
Have you used as Abyss greatsword any?
Not against Kalameet.
Okay. You can do somersaults.
You can. It's great.
It's awesome.
It's really great. It's real funny if you have.
You can also do the 360 slash.
Yes. I find it amusing when I have both swords equipped and that's dual wielding.
I was finally able to get a double hit in.
Yay!
I'm so happy.
I think the first time I beat Calamity, I had a +5 lightning halberd, which is the other
mistimed roll right there.
Yeah, that was the other reason why cutting his tail off took forever.
Look at him punishing me for healing. He knew. He couldn't see, but he knew.
Are you gonna heal now? No, okay.
Nah,
go for it.
Gotta take my opportunities for getting damage in. You have a lot of space to work in this fight, but there is a cliff that you can fall off,
which I've done.
Congratulations. But there's also, like the waterfall, the walls, and all that.
I have also tried.
If you try and run away from him and you hit a wall, it's not good.
No,
it's not good at all.
And you can't make Kalameet like fly off the cliff. No, he hits an invisible wall and turns around.
Sadness. I've had some good times co-oping this boss with just random people on the internet.
Right. How many of them just die outright?
A lot of them die, but there's one guy who was helping him like 3 times in a row, and each time we were just sending messages back and forth where I would do something stupid, like I would get caught in his fire and die, and I would just send an apologetic message like, "I'm so sorry. I feel like I need to do you better than that. Please summon me again." And then like we walk in, and then he just gets crushed almost immediately, and he's like, "I apologize for getting killed almost immediately." It got to the point where it was about 4 attempts, and then we were just doing not party chat, but private chat, just so we could coordinate a little bit better. It was successful. You notice that I lost almost all of my stamina there.
Yeah.
That's what will happen if you try and block it. It'll keep hitting you. It's not like one hit and then done. Go ahead and lock in the amount of times that he's doing his Tantrum. It's free damage.
Yes.
Block and stab.
Because if you constantly circle around right under his feet because you're trying to get to his tail because you don't understand that there are only certain times you can hit it, he uses the Tantrum a lot.
It does. And as soon as you understand that the Tantrum
equals hits,
it does. It's a great time to hit, actually, and that you understand that both of the back legs are good. See, this is me rolling into the fire. Although it was successful the first time, this time
it was not
successful. That's okay, because clearly he's almost dead, so that means you should just spam R1.
Throw caution.
Run. Okay.
Oh no!
There's a camera. Okay. So I rotated the camera around to lock onto him, and instead I faced the waterfall.
Yeah.
Fortunately, I was at basically full health, so that it does not
So that
miss you.
it didn't kill you outright,
Yes.
thankfully.
Otherwise, that would be very sad. He's got one more hit left.
And that means he's not going to give you an opportunity to hit for another 5 minutes.
He'll just constantly spam fire attacks from long range. Or he'll do his 2 snout attack. I think that's how I get him. I think that the last hit was one of the 2 snout combos. There's the one. Roll into it, but close enough.
Oh, no.
Okay. Block it! Block it!
Ugh.
Okay. It's alright. It's alright. It's alright. Had enough stamina to block
I will say the Black Knight
One,
shield helps.
roll
a little
into
with
it.
that, but-
Hit him. Done.
Got it.
Alright. Alright. So passes the Black Dragon penalty.
Hello.
Hello.
And then you get the Calamity Ring.
Who defeated? I defeated.
You defeated.
It's true. You defeated. Well, I mean, it was me.
You
me.
defeated.
Yes.
You
Accurate.
defeated.
And now I have a little Calamity Ring, so now I can take double damage from everything because Dark Souls.
Because Dark Souls.
What's your reward? Now you can get hit more.
For harder.
Hello.
Hello.
That's it for Dark Souls. Dark Souls 2 comes out in March. I'm super excited. As I was editing this, I have to say something about it.
Okay.
As I was editing this very video this morning, I found out that Ryan Davis of Giantbomb passed away, and that bummed me out for the entire day.
Yeah.
As a reason why you should care, you who are listening to this on YouTube, is that Giantbomb, the website, the gaming website, it occurs to me that I've been hearing Ryan Davis talk and write reviews for like a decade, like even since games Spot. Yes, Spot. Spot. I've been listening to him on the Giantbomb cast for years.
Since 08?
Years of time. Actual literal days, if you count up the hours
Right.
of my life, has been spent listening to this man talk about video games. And it's because of Giantbomb that I learned about Persona 4, the Endurance Run. So Persona 4, one of the best games ever.
Yes.
And the Endurance Run itself is what led me to LPs on Something Awful, etc., which of course led to what we're doing right now.
Right. And Persona
This-
4 itself was the establishment of us getting together
Yes.
once a week and playing
Once
video
a week
games.
playing video games. So I was like, play this game for 115 hours. This game is awesome. I'm going to sit and watch you play this game for 115 hours.
Mhm.
And then that happened.
Yes.
And then eventually like we should play video games for the internet through Something Awful. But of course, Something Awful's LP is also what led me to Demon Souls Squint's LP,
All right.
which I became kind of obsessed with, even though I don't have a PS3. I've watched like 8 or 10 times the different LPs for Demon Souls and playthroughs,
Mm-hmm.
which led me to be very excited when Dark Souls was announced to be coming for 360 and also PS3. And I was like, "Eee!" But no one else was, because no one else knew what it was. But I was like, "Eee!"
I didn't.
And then I played it and I was like, here, take this, shoved it in your face.
And you made me
And
play
then
it.
made play it and made
it was
Ken
great.
play it and made her brother play it. And now it's a thing. And now I've got a Solaire statue sitting over there. I've got an artist rendering of me as dressed up in Xanthus clothing.
Yes.
And overall, yes. And all of that is just a chain of events that leads from that one gaming website. So yes, rest in peace, Ryan Davis.